Okay, here we are. We're gonna recreate this pedal. So what I did is I welded it. I cut me two pieces of 4.5. You can pick any size of this kind of metal. I think it's I believe it's 3/8 by 1.5 wide. Okay, and I used a 1x1. I don't have a 1x1 to show you guys right now, but this is what about 1x1 will look like. Okay. And I cut two of these pieces together, 4.5, and then I welded them together like this. Okay, so I welded them together like this. See, I welded them, and then I attached a 1x1. And this one's about 3.5 inches. So 3.5. You know, depends on where you're gonna put it at, where it fits your side. This is my gas pedal right here. And I also got some spring. A spring. You can get these springs. You can get them at a hardware store. Just I'll go out there, ask for a spring. So they gave me a spring that I can cut and stretch out these ends and make me a little, curve, kind of curve it a little bit. You can do this with the pliers. So cut yourself about a piece about. Depends the size you need, how far your pedal is from your metal. And what I did is I used a bolt. These things are it's a bolt that I put a knot on there. These actually come like 3 foot long that I can cut them down. Okay, so I cut one to the size that I needed, and I put this right here. Okay, so you can tell that's where my swivel is going to be, my swiveling part on that right there on this pedal. And then I have this other piece that I got for I cut it. It's 1.5, 2 inches long, 1.5, something like that. Remember, you can do whatever you want as long as it fits your car. And then this is the part I'm going to weld into the car. So when I weld that, and remember, put a hole in here, whatever size your threaded bolt is, it's the size you're going to put here, and then stick it on there, put a washer here, stick it on there, and there you have it. Okay, these will be welded, for example, the bottom of the rail, and then you will do this when you step on the brake. So that's pretty much how I did my brakes with metal. They're strong. I already showed you guys a picture of how I did it, the video, how my brakes look like, and then your spring can go here into the piece of metal across that you have in your car, and then just whenever you push on it, the spring will bring it right back. This is just your support. So you put bolts on all the sides, and then you tie them. Use lock watchers. Watch bolts that lock themselves. They got little plastic inside. You guys know what I'm talking about. They're lock bolts. So that's pretty much how I did my brakes, and I'll show you guys when I'm done with this project. Subscribe and like if you want to keep updated, because I am going to do everything homemade. I'm not going to order anything on eBay, none of that stuff. I'm going to do everything homemade and make me a go-kart homemade. I don't have to wait on the internet for some objects to come and wait a week or 3 days, or if you want to pay extra money, get in one day. That's all waste of money. You can do this without having to wait for anything. The only thing you really need is the motor. Okay, I did my steering system with metal and bolts. Okay, and nuts and some welding. So if you're building a wood cart, you can do the same thing. Just make sure you use bolts and nuts with the wood cart. Thank you very much. Subscribe and like.